Welcome back to the Bako Motorsports Power Hour, brought to you by the Bakersfield, California. Give me your Michael Hopper impression again there.
Well, I've got a sugar problem. You need sugar. I do have to commend Mr. Hopper because he's cleaned up the desk. There's nothing here. There's no trays. I couldn't tell that he was in here.
There's not a grit or a grime over there?
I said it's like a cow chewing its cud.
Michael Hopper and Scott Cox, mornings here on Bakersfield.com. First Look with Scott Cox every morning from 6 to 10 on Bakersfield.com. All right.
That was irritating this morning.
Let's talk about Bakersfield Speedway. You were there. It was the Ryan Reed night, right?
It was Ryan Reed
night.
He
wasn't there, but...
He wasn't there. Drive to Stop
Diabetes.
Thank you.
There you go.
Drive to Stop Diabetes and a little fundraiser. I don't know if they made a lot of money, but they're out there trying to make people aware and raising a little money, so that's what counts.
Now, what is it you volunteered me to do out there?
I volunteered you on August 1st to be in a dunk tank at part of the Racing for Ronald night out there. That's probably their biggest fundraiser. They're going to have 2 dunk tanks there this year. That's the end of my vacation, and maybe I shouldn't come back to town. You know, I'm not going to be back, and maybe you can get dunked. It's from 12 to 3. They're going to have a carnival out there, barbecue. Salty's is going to have a
booth?
Well, they're going to do the food. You get a tri-tip sandwich or tri-tip, and I went out there last year. It's a really good thing. They have a carnival set up in the little infield area outside of turn. Outside, not the infield, but there's a little park-like area, and you can partake in the carnival, take off, come back later, watch the races, and it's all about raising money for the Ronald McDonald House. They're auctioning. Actually, there's a limited number of tickets available for a mini dwarf that's been built and being donated. So there's raffle tickets for that. I think they're $20 each, if I'm not mistaken.
And that is, and this part is from 12 to 3:30, by the way. And Sadie Hill commanded that we post this.
Well, all right. Sadie Hill is commanding what we do now.
That's how she rolls.
And that's fine.
That's okay.
Mike Hill almost won. Mike Hill had a good run out there in the hobby stocks last week. So it's a good event. It's a fun event. I think they're trying to build it a little bit, double dunk tanks, and they've got other carnival type stuff. I guess they're going to have a trailer or a little truck with a lot of games so kids can go in there and play video games for a fee, and all the money raised goes toward the Ronald McDonald House. And the dunk tanks are for us in memory of Sydney Irwin, an infant lost to Mark Irwin, I think at about 5 weeks of age. So that money also goes there, but it's in memory of her.
I just sent a note to Sadie saying we talked about her.
Yeah. So, well, that's good. Now that'll force her to tune in.
In fact, I think Tom Mock told me that he would pay for something if I got in the dunk tank.
He probably would.
My wife and daughter will actually come out to see that.
And Tom Mock is responsible for BG, our mascot.
Yes, that's right.
He brought BG down here, and we've outfitted him.
December 5th, by the way, our big racing special section will be coming for you, and we'll talk more about that at a later date. And the all area driving awards on December 5th as well. But the Drive to Stop Diabetes, so we did have some Ryan Reed presence. He wasn't
a cardboard cutout. That works.
He looks good. Looks commanding in there. So, get out there and help those guys. Take a look at that website, too, drivetostopdiabetes.org. Take a look at that and learn how to do this. It's a terrible disease, and Ryan Reed is such a good spokesman for the fight against that disease. So let's get on with that. And coming this weekend, modifieds, hobby stocks, IMCA stocks, mod lights, mini dwarfs, sport mods are on the 25th, street stocks, American stocks, mini stocks, NMRA midgets, and it's free Coke night on the 25th. So, there you go.
There you go. So,
sport mods, little turnabout action. These guys are going the wrong way.
Yeah, you're not going to. This. And this is early on. This must have been during heat race action here. Wayne Dotson there led from start to finish to get a win, and it wasn't easy. There was a lot of cautions in this race. These guys were crashing more than junior mini dwarf drivers. So. He survived a lot of restarts to get the win, and a hug and a kiss from his wife Wendy there.
There you go.
So, and his son's Ethan's back there in Iowa racing a sport mod, getting an education, I think, in sport mod racing.
Wayne Dotson, the winner. Nick Spain-Howard in second. Cruz Griffith in third. Michael Johnson in fourth. James Cecil in fifth. Jared Schweitzer, Brenda Kirby, Brylon Holder, Cale Kankey, and Jay Jordan.
Right, and Nick Spainhauer got involved in one of the wrecks, I think about midway through the race, and came from the rear to finish second.
Wow,
He's the points leader. Hasn't got a win yet. Battled back. Fast race car.
Sportmod's never uninteresting. Speaking of, this guy just continues to do stuff. What's up with this guy?
Yeah, he's back
Kevin
to winning. I think he broke a transmission or something.
Yes,
right
I did
away.
see pictures of that.
Last race, so he came out. Good run there by Mike
He had an interesting
Hill Jr.
season.
in the 59 car, and had the lead for a while, but this 18 is stout.
Eyes are closed there on Cherry Collier.
Yeah.
But it's okay. She's probably glad it was just over. They've had a crazy year, with the fight, and then they had he had a knee injury of some kind,
Yeah.
the transmission. Anyway, Kevin Collier was your winner. Matt Wankham in second. Mike Hill Jr. in third. Johnny Wood in fourth. Mike Bully in fifth. Robert Lawler in sixth. Aaron Stewart, Marcus Wankham, Ralph Cook, and Chris Settlemeyer. Let's get through this. Is mini stocks. No Tina Bell.
Tina Bell had a mechanical issue, did not make the main event, but basically lost almost no points because her closest competitors had a tough night and were out of the race early. So she had a big lead, and she only lost like 4 or 5 points off of that big lead. So what could have been a difficult night for her, losing a lot of points, turned into no big deal.
Right. Doug Shepard with the win. Steve Rourke in second. Jonathan Kropf in third. Kylie Conway in fourth. And Roy Maynard Jr. is in fifth. Going to American stocks. Roger Welch with the win. Trevor Baker in second. Charles Morrison in third. Tracy Childress and Terry Childress finishing fourth and fifth. Brian Childress in sixth. Mike Waters in seventh. Tyler Sylvester, Cody Sly, and Brock Crawford running your top 10.
Brian's the points leader. Hasn't won in a while. Had a tough time. He cut a tire in that race.
But
so.
Roger Welch, going back to those results for a second, he was your winner.
Triple
He
R.
was your
I say Roger the Pirate Welch.
Roger the Pyro Welch. He was your overall winner.
Arg.
And you think you'll be the driver of the week?
I think he is. Yes.
We're Rob Sanders getting a big win in late models.
Well, I give it to Rob, except he started up front and stayed there. Not to say that's easy to do.
Look, that's just domination, dude. That's domination.
I think that helps when you start up front.
All right, Rob Sanders in that 10 car, just big win tonight, that night in the late models. I like the late models. They're cool looking and they're just loud as hell too. It's fantastic.
And they're fast, so that's a good win. Good win.
All right, so there he is. Only had 9 cars though.
Yeah, I think 8 started, but yeah, so 8 started the race, and
Rob Sanders with your win.
That's what's been happening. I mean, they've had as few as 6 or 7 at Santa Maria for a couple of races. So some late model issues.
All right. Well, very good. What do we have to look forward to? You're gonna be on vacation for a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm
3
going to be on
a month.
A month, or I could go for a month. Would you like that?
Let me call accounting and find out if that's
I
call
could
HR
go
and
for a
find
month.
out. Yeah, there
Month.
you go.
I am actually going to be gone for a couple of weeks.
All right, very good.
I'm going to leave BG here though.
You gonna be covering the race this weekend?
I'm covering the race this weekend. I'll probably I'm gonna be a nice guy. I'm gonna cut my Saturdays off both ends of this vacation. I'll cover the races this Saturday, and I'll be back on August 1st for the Ronald McDonald night. So there you go.
All right, very good. All right, well, thanks for joining us here. So that's Mike's schedule. We'll break down some things for you guys. But thanks for joining for this very abbreviated session of the Bako Motorsports Power Hour. Just 30 minutes. That's all we needed today. We only had one track that ran. Everyone's on vacation this week. I hope Blake Bowser's enjoying himself in Hawaii.
I'm sure he is. And
He's
Steve
going to
Hughes,
see some racing when he's there.
Steve Hughes is enjoying himself somewhere.
And Scott Schweitzer is
Somewhere.
All
And
right.
we're here.
We're here. We're working. That's what we do. We work. I haven't missed a week yet of this show. So we'll be back with more. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you guys real soon here on Bakersfield.com, the Bako Motorsports Power Hour. Bye.